What is going on, everyone? I'm DeFi Sean. That floating head right there is Mr. Pixel. Background's blending in with your shirt. And this is the probably 100th episode of Infinaeon Friday, but the first pilot, I guess you can say, episode of Lunar Dust Trending, where we are going to be covering the top 5 projects that are trending on the bot every day through Friday. Now, Lunar Dust is still going to be taking place Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. This show will actually come on after. So if you haven't got tired of looking at our faces yet, I'm sure you will here very shortly. So yeah, also, before we get into more of that, because today's kind of just a pilot episode, we're kind of just going to be getting our feet wet, kind of getting used to exactly how we're going to be doing this. There'll be a couple other things we're going to be covering, but first off, Mr. Pixel, how's it going?
Good, man. Good. Just floating away over in space here. I thought it was looking kind of Tron-y, so I was gonna change my shirt, but I was like, you know what? Kind of looks kind of cool. I just leave it for today. And plus, I was doing so many.
It actually does look pretty cool.
I said, damn, I don't even have time anyway to change it, so I just said, damn, let's just roll with it.
Yeah, we're already 15, 20 minutes late, so might as well roll with it.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a good one too to get the pilot launch in here of Lunar Dust Trending, get that rolling and tied in with the bot and stuff. So yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Excited for next week. No, we got a lot of things that we've been tightening up with even the show itself. We've been tightening up the website even more. Just got some clips pieced together too, which we're going to be rolling out. Adam, I know you're backstage. Hey, how about we roll out a clip while we're live today at some point? You have to. Maybe after I play one, you post it from the main too, and we can get everybody going, show it some love, whoever's watching in the audience. But yeah, all good, man. All good. Excited to kind of just tease this out here, get a feel for what Lunar Dust Trending is going to be like, and do some assessments over the weekend and see what we're gonna roll out moving forward.
Yeah, very cool. And yeah, let's first talk about something that people have already noticed. I think you have it pulled up about the audience edition. So kind of to stop it from getting, I guess you can say, a little stale, a lot of the same people want to participate in it. And, it's not the best form of entertainment. While we do kind of hang out, we'll be doing that a lot on Lunar Dust Trending, hanging out, talking, to kind of make the audience edition a little bit more organized. We're going to do what everyone actually weeks ago recommended we do, and that's sell tickets for the game. So this jackpot can be the biggest jackpot we have. And the way it works is you buy a raffle ticket. I think it's and assuming, keep this in mind, if you buy a raffle ticket, you have to be willing to come on the game and play. Because if you win, you're going to come on the game and play.
And you have to go on camera too.
Yes. Remember that. Because we're going to be potentially, it's going to be giving away big prizes. And like Mr. Pixel said, the entertainment value, it just doesn't work the same if you're not on camera. Now, this is early times. People still aren't aware of what we're doing. So beggars can't always be choosers, but we want people on camera. If at all possible, we definitely push for it. So it's only 0.04 SOL for a ticket, less than $5 if I'm not mistaken. And the more tickets you buy, the bigger that your section of the wheel is going to be. So we're going to have the tickets going, and then you're going to have a wheel spin at the end of probably maybe like we do it on Mondays or something for the Tuesday show. And so pretty much everyone will have a week to buy raffle tickets. And like I said, the more you buy, the bigger your spot on the wheel is, so the higher your chance of winning. And what we're going to do is, let's say that the pot is $2,000, just kind of throwing numbers out there. So what we're going to do is, like Minnie suggested, we're going to keep 20% for the project to kind of move forward. So you'll knock off that 20%. So let's do 1,000 just for round number. So you're at 1,000. That means 800. So then the pot is going to be, or the contestant's going to be playing for 50% of that. So 400. So start over from scratch. $1,000 is bought with raffle tickets. 200 will be coming in to the actual revenue. 800 will be left. 400, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Pixel, how we're playing. 400 will be what that contestant is playing for that week. And then 400 will be left behind in the pot, or is it 800 they're playing for? And then I know we talked about it, but
I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Are we finalized it? Because I want to say we talked about, and guys, put in your opinion here. 400, half the pot is what the contestant's playing for. The other half is being left over. Or we also talked about they play for the entirety of the pot, which is 800. and then whatever they win, let's say they win 400, the other 400, 200 of it like buys and burns Moon or Dust, and the other 200 gets rolled into next week's jackpot, so we can potentially keep making it bigger and bigger. So maybe something like that. I think that's maybe what we talked about mainly.
Yeah.
The pot's 1,000, 20% is kept back, so 800. The contestant plays for 800. They win 400. The other 400, 200 it buys the token, and then the other 200 rolls into the next week, so that we theoretically can keep getting that pot bigger and bigger and bigger. So yeah, put in your thoughts. Let us know what you think. But yeah, that's what we decided. That's what I think we landed on. I don't know where I was going with the first one.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think that was it. It was pretty simple, pretty straightforward, kind of best way to keep it, in my opinion, as well.
Yep. Also, guys, real quick, because Adam's reminded me, hopping over to Lunar Pump That Fun as well. Conversations going on there. So if you want to become an even deeper part of the conversation, Lunar Pump That Fun, Lunar Dust page, and that's how you can get on the chat. Sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt you. Just wanted to
not at all,
get that out there real quick.
No, I'm sure I always do it as well myself. But yeah, that's a good call. Get on over there. There it is, live right now. You can see it. Win Lambo Buyer Burn Mod. Coming soon, brother. Coming soon, Titan. We are working on the Lambo wallet. That's the roadmap in 2 words. Lambo wallet. But that's the ultimate goal, yeah, for sure. And of course, like Sean was saying, with the tickets and stuff. Yeah, I think that what you said there second time around, Sean, was correct. Just pretty simple. Some rolls over, some goes towards the token, and then the contestant wins the chunk of it. So, for the game show, I'm thinking. So, like, do we just put on the wallets what the contestant will win, or I guess we put the whole amount, right? And then, kind of explain how it gets broken down after the fact. Is that kind of the idea?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's what works best. Yeah, unless again,
numbers look better. Numbers look better anyway. So plus, it's nice to show people what's going to buy the token or whatever, and what's going rolling over to next week. And so yeah, I think that those percentages seem pretty sweet. From what I see
on the screen, Titans talking about celebrity edition. So yes, I mean, what do you consider a celebrity? I mean, are we gonna have like The Rock on here? No. If we're talking like crypto celebrities, yes, that's 100% in the works. So we're talking to different people, like different influencers, because obviously, these different KOLs, they have their followings. So we're talking about bringing on like YouTubers, YouTubers like me, not me playing the game, but YouTubers like me. And they can play for themselves. They can play for charity. They can pick a community. Maybe there is a community or a token that they really like. So yes, if that's what you're referring to with celebrities, that is very much in the works. And overall, it's going okay finding contestants. You got to remember the space is riddled with scams. So you'd be shocked by the amount of people that won't even pay attention to what we're doing and literally pass up the shot at coming on to play for $1,000 free in free exposure because they don't want to pay attention and they don't trust it. So it's wild. It's not as easy as you think to line up contestants.
No,
because but again, that's part of the crypto space. You got to have that sticking power and that staying power, which we do. So we're going to keep going forward. And every person coming on, it gets easier and easier. Everyone that plays the game. Like yesterday, Spig, like he was super stoked after. It was super excited. It was like, yeah, I'm passing this along to everybody. And, as the market turns around, I do think all these views, which the viewership alone shows that we have great entertainment value, that people are willing to watch it, even if they aren't necessarily into crypto, I guess. But only a matter of time before those views and different things translate into holders. Obviously, Bitcoin dropping below 100K. Check out my latest episode of Crypto Over Red Bull. Got to show that in there. I talked about what I think is going on with the market, with it dropping under 100K, what's coming, all that fun stuff. But of course, there's extreme fear. Fear and greed was at like 22 today. So yeah, go ahead and check out that episode. And I think that, I'm not kidding. Like we're in talks with, not to give out too many details, but we're in talks with bigger people and brands about partnering with Moon or Dust and different things like that. And trust us, guys, we're not only doing the game show. We're we're looking to not sell it. That's not the right phrase, but we're looking to partner with bigger brands and different things like that to help us get even more mainstream. And some of these partners that we're talking to are partners that can lend legitimacy to us, to where the second they're involved, the game show will have legitimacy. People will know it's legit. People will know there's no kind of scam or anything going on. So we're working really diligently in the background to make sure Moon or Dust, because the game, I think, speaks for itself. I think yesterday's episode was the tightest episode we've ever done. It went great. Everything went good. Everything worked perfect. And, we'll continue to get better as we go. But I mean, I'm not kidding. I think this has the chance, as especially altcoin season hopefully rolls around, I think this has a chance to be like a top 100 crypto, like top 100 meme token easy.
Whoa.
That's just my opinion. Obviously, I'm not promising anything to anyone, but I mean, it definitely has that chance. It's one of one, and we get the right partnerships and the right backing behind us. I mean, this just has all the potential in the world.
Sure, why not? Dream big, why not? Why couldn't it be? Like you said, I don't realize anybody else doing this out there at this moment in time. And I know Sean was talking about just now about the celebrity edition, or Titan had mentioned it there. And we'll come back to too about getting on the show, because we did talk about the individual level. But obviously, when you're coming on for prime time or for the microcap edition, there's ways to do that too, through the trending bot and through the website. So we'll have a look over that in a moment. But as far as the celebrity thing, you also got to remember that one of the big things that we do like about this game show, even if you just take it from crypto. Oh, and I just did want to touch on, Sean said we're not selling it, but hey, if somebody came up with a monster offer to buy the IP of Moon or Dust, I would say, you'd have to consider it and see where we're at. But hey, never off the table. But yeah, so one of the big things when it comes to the whole celebrity thing is like we touch a lot of bases in a lot of areas. And let's say not the sponsorship. Let me go to, yes, the how it works here. And I'll come back to that momentarily. But what I did want to pull up was, let's see, let me see. Sorry, I thought we had a thing here about the whales. No. Damn, I thought I had that big part here about the whales. Give me 1 second. Oh, yeah, there it is. Meet the whales. Derpy derp. Yes, so of course the AI whales, which is a big thing. So we have a huge potential and opportunity here to tap into the actual AI market. So a big massive meta out there, even like outside, just in general at this moment, is a lot of people using AI, creating something awesome, turning it into something that has a good, strong business model, revenue model, and showing people basically how you did it using AI. So that's another massive market that we're looking at trying to tap into, and finding big AI influencers that do this kind of thing, and trying to get out there and get the exposure in that area, basically in that market. So again, like I said, we have, these are all created AI whales. Magnus, Dominic, Rico all have their own personalities. They are created using obviously AI. They recognize the board in real time, make their their assessment of it depending on how late in the game it is, how many high wallets, how many low wallets, how desperate is the person to take something at this moment in time. But there's so many factors that go into it, and so it does all that in real time. Then it would go to ChatGPT, create its response in real time, go to 11 Labs, who have just recently brought out a new update as well on 11 Labs, where 0 latency. So that's going to make it even quicker. Basically, then it'll, turn it from a text prompt into the voice and the characteristic of the whale, and then send it back over and put it through our little phone here in real time, and actually communicate with the host and the contestant in real time using AI. So it's pretty cool concept in that regard, and the fact that it's tied in with crypto and all that stuff too is pretty cool. So that's another thing that we're looking to do, and we have a few people that we're looking at trying to reach out to at the moment, and hopefully that goes well. You could have some people like that coming on to play for charity, so if you get those big kind of AI influencers, it's a massive plus too. But yeah, so to get back, I guess, to the the wheel itself and the individuals setting up and the tickets that we were looking at. Obviously, what happens then once that is done, every Friday's trending show would spin each wheel. So there would be the wheel for the tickets that Sean just mentioned. That would be spun on Friday to see who would be participating in the audience edition on the following Tuesday, and how much money they would be playing for would be decided at that time. And then, the next week would start. But that is for the individual, right? So you buy a ticket for 0.4 or points, what was it, like less than $5 anyway of Solana. You can buy it right there on the Luna Pump site. Right here, buy the raffle ticket, 0.04. There it is. Per each one, you can buy as many as you like, and everyone gives you a slot on that wheel. And then you could play for whatever the breakdown would be, but for the bulk of the prize money collected during that. And then some would go to the token and one or two other things, but pretty simple, pretty basic. But again, that number could get really, really high the more people that the more people, if you're buying tickets, then awesome. But then of course also you have the other two shows, the prime time and the microcap. And then obviously, that's where we really tap into the mod trending bot itself. So if you have it, and if somebody is using it right now, the next version is coming out and it will be deleting the votes within five minutes or so after each one gets cast, so it won't clog up your Telegram. That is something that we've been having an issue with, so that's going to be rectified pretty soon. But the idea is you install it into your Telegram, and you can do that straight from the website here. So if you do go to Moonerdust, add the mod trending bot right there, and it'll open right up in your Telegram. You add it to your group, and then you give it admin rights, and then you just follow the instructions along. And I think Sean has a video out on that as well. If you go over to his channel over at Krypton Calls, his YouTube channel has a video up there kind of going through detailing how to install the bot and all that stuff. But you install it and, get voting, get your community voting. And as we said, the top 5 trending shows, which we're going to talk about today, will be, that'll be every day, Monday to Friday, 5 days a week. We'll be doing that based on the leaderboard, but also, to get on the actual show. So we would spin the wheel on Friday for all the projects that week that got above the current threshold is 200 for the prime time. So if you get above 200 votes during the week, you will get a segment on the wheel for that week, which would be spun Friday to see who's playing in the primetime edition. And if you get above 100 on the bot during the week, you'll get onto the microcap wheel, which will also be spun Friday. So those 3 wheels would be spun on Friday to dictate who's going to be playing the following week. So that's kind of how you do it. That's how the bot will work. You'll obviously get the live training we're going to be doing, and like I said, the potential to get picked for the upcoming week's shows. And of course, you have options here. This is also a revenue generator for the project itself, because you can boost, and you can also just get a leaderboard here. You can get to number 1, and you can get a multiplier, which is basically, every vote counts for 1.5x or 2x or whatever. So it gives your community stronger voting power. It can last for an hour, and you can just go in. It's relatively cheap. It's pretty standard, but it can get you on there and get you the exposure as we continue to grow. And the reason that is a good thing is, and we can get into the actual sponsorships later, but the reason that's a really good thing for us right now, and for you, and which is, this is exactly what we're trying to grow here ultimately, is the latest numbers, which are right here. So we just got these this morning, and as you can see, the growth has been like we were thinking, it's probably going to peter out this week, and I want to get Sean's take on this too, because he just got the numbers too this morning. But we're still up at 250, 350 kind of live viewers per show. It's across multiple platforms. 10 to 22K total views per episode. That is up exponentially. Last week, it was 12K on the high end. We're getting 135K plus unique reach across all platforms. We got 100K plus combined followers across all the channels. And then our clips, we got 12.7K total impressions. We're going to be rolling out some more of those today, and we're going to play some as well. And we got 44% average engagement, 13x clips currently, 7.2K impressions, and 4 YouTube Shorts, 5.5K. So we're going to be pushing these even more and more as we do this. But look at the chart right here, Sean. You checking this out? Just showing the views to our current views. So I was just showing people like getting on the show, the exposure that it can get you, and like these are this is these stats. So I'd like to get your take on it, Sean. I know you're obviously a YouTuber, so
Yeah,
you should have good take on this.
Yeah, I mean, numbers are huge. Honestly, I was really expecting the numbers to drop this week, to be honest. I mean, eventually they will drop. I honestly thought this was going to be the week. I didn't think we can cap what we did last week. Surprisingly, we are, which is a great sign. I mean, I thought we were going to drop this week and we didn't, so I'm not going to say we're going to drop next week. I'm sure correction will happen sooner or later. But yeah, I mean, views are great. Everyone's responding to this. Now, again, a lot of fear in the market isn't translating to the meme token attach, but it's only a matter of time. Again, only a matter of time.
Yeah.
And then, shout out to you guys and stuff and Adam for building the game, because obviously it's bringing entertainment to people. People are obviously watching it. So again, just that brand recognition just keeps growing. And we'll kind of trickle it up from here. We're starting at the bottom. Mod is really setting up to be successful. Probably so far, hands down, the most successful thing that we've done. And again, we want to trickle that back into Lunar Pump, and then we want to trickle that back into Infinaeon, which is the obvious thing that we're trying to do. So yeah, just keep staying consistent, keep showing up, and again, the space will start to take notice.
Yeah, exactly. And again, and of course, shout out to the mod community. Like, you guys have been absolutely awesome out there, like pushing this everywhere you can. I know the chat has gotten a little messy recently, but it's something we're looking at tidying up here in the future anyway. And I also know that Titan had mentioned about trying to get Sean on major trending as well. So I know he was looking to do maybe a roundup for that, to get on there, get some more exposure as well. So that's definitely something we're looking at doing. But yeah, the community have been awesome, getting out there, sharing those clips, pushing them out, bringing the bot to whoever in it. Like, of course, everybody in the community, it's silly to think that anybody is just involved in one project, and that's why it doesn't make any sense why people don't work together, because there's no trader or investor that is just buying one token and that's it. So you're actually better off to like partner up with other strong projects. It makes more sense, because a lot of those people say, oh, I like this, I'm going to buy some of that too. Like, no one just has a one coin in their portfolio. Like, that's it. No, it just doesn't happen. There was a question too, Sean, there about from Mustafa, is it stored in a specific wallet? Yes. So when the tickets are bought, right, they would go, there's a wallet that holds them, right? They're kind of
yeah, we can share. Of course, we'll share the wallet. Yep, for 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. Charity to my wallet, please.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's bought anything yet, but yeah, I'll get the wallets together. Yep.
Yeah,
not a problem.
Yeah, get in line, Titan, bro. But yeah, so yeah, it all goes into the wallet, people. It'll all be fully transparent, everything that comes in. Like, we won't really touch it. It'll probably automatically get distributed also, I would imagine.
Yeah, while we're talking about that, let's talk about so far. And again, we have to watch what we're promising as far as revenue goes. I know with this Bitcoin and crypto structure bill, I know one of the biggest things that's going to happen is when you're promising revenue back to any token, that will probably immediately get you labeled as a security. That's why, again, I've said it before, and I know people are realizing we're trying to keep the token and the game detached from one another. Now, remember, everything we do, the bit holders, they always get their 5%. I'm not sure how NFTs are going to play out with regulation. I'm not sure, but everything we make 5% does go to the bits. Let me start by saying that. And then the other revenue streams, there is a 1% tax on the token volume wise. It's not tons of volume right now, so that's not really generating anything. Like everyone said, on the tickets, there's going to be 20% coming back to the project, so that's another one. We're going to be selling ad space. That's another one. And then the trending bot is going to be another one. So goal is, everyone, just keep getting out there. I've already shared it. Only a handful of people so far has downloaded the bot. Now, with Lunar Dust trending, this is not how we're not going to start off 30 minutes just talking about Lunar Dust. We're going to hop right into it next week when we do the Lunar Dust. So anyone watching that's waiting for us to talk about Biocrypt or any of the trending tokens, next week when we officially, this is kind of just a loose pilot episode, we're going to hop right into it and talk about all the trending. But we just kind of want to give everyone all the updates that we got today in particular. So yeah, that's 3 to 4 potentially very lucrative revenue streams. And like I said, we can't officially say it, but what we're going to be doing is building that treasury up with a lot of that revenue, because we want, again, this to be a top 100 crypto. So we need to get that CMC listing. We need to get that CoinGecko listing. We're going to have to get centralized exchange listing. So with this revenue, we're going to be building up, again, the treasury, so that we can get all that done. Again, just watching any wording that will never be wording on the website or anything about revenue promise and stuff like that, because again, we're not licensed to sell securities. And if everything goes like it might in the US, by early 2026, we can have, that Bitcoin structure bill in place. And again, I know that's going to be one of the things. That's one of the first, no matter where you read up about it, it's one of the first things that it'll say. Any revenue of any way, shape, or form promising back to a token is going to land you in security territory.
Right. And Mustafa just said there, no, I'm talking about the fees accumulated from mod tax. I'm not sure if you have answered that question, what you were just saying or not. I'm trying to exactly understand what tax he's talking about.
Yeah, so there's a 1% tax on the volume. So it goes into a multi that we have set up. Yeah, we haven't even split anything up yet, because the volume hasn't been crazy or anything. So yeah, it's going into our multi where all the revenue goes. And then once we take it out of there, it'll be split how it's supposed to get split. Some will buy tokens for the treasury, 5% will go to the bits, all that fun stuff.
Adam just popped up. You right there, Adam? Or was that a mistake?
Adam,
that was a mistake. Yeah,
trying to hang out.
Yeah, right. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, again, the awesome revenue streams that we're looking to be able to generate with this, and of course, this does bring us back to the whole sponsorship thing that we are also, another revenue stream that we're looking at. So being able to sponsor the shows, as I'm sure people have seen, you got the banners popping up, we got the audience edition, and there's other things. There's wheel spins. There's going to be a couple of other things that are going to be able to be sponsored, total takeovers, things like that. And we kind of have a quick look at it here as well. I'll skip on a little bit here just to show people the opportunities, which is, the other revenue stream. Of course, we'll have the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday editions. And then these are the opportunities that you do have. Main sponsor, you get a shout out at the beginning and the end of the show. Custom graphic banner, the ticker banner that you've seen pop up many times, a large web address. You'll have your links in the YouTube descriptions, and you'll be tagged on all the expos. That's if you go for the main sponsorship. Then you got round sponsors, where you get the shout out at the beginning of the audience participation rounds, the ticker banner, the large web address, same thing. You've seen Sean do it. This, audience participation round sponsored by X. Then you have the wheel sponsors. It's going to be a final wheel spin we're going to integrate later on down the line at some point, but I just have it in there for now. So it's coming soon. That's another thing that can be sponsored. And then you'll have a total takeover option, where you can just take over the entire show. Everything would be like your project, basically pushing it. So, and there's a couple of other little things there that might be thrown in if somebody ever did a total takeover at some point. But you can go to the website right now too and look at this document in real time. The prices aren't there right now, but if you just go to next steps up here and you click advertise with us, this doc should pop up right there. Oh no, it's still bringing us. Adam, you're going to have a look at that, because when I click advertise with us, it still brings us directly to a DM with Sean. But this doc will pop up instead, this one here, and then you'll have the option to get into a DM with Sean, just so you have a better idea of exactly what you're looking at here. And again, as you scroll through this, it shows you where the advertising real estate is on screen, and Sean will talk all about the pricing and all that stuff after the fact once you get into a DM with them. Here's the round sponsor. As you see, Sean asking a question right there. And here's if you did a main sponsor, you'd have that extra promotional graphic right there. And then if you could do a total takeover, you'll be on the thumbnails and stuff as well. But yeah, so that's that's another potential revenue stream that we have. Not potential, is a revenue stream that people have the option. And as we keep on getting these good numbers and we keep rolling forward here, I'm expecting that to become pretty lucrative, especially with Sean's connections and all that stuff, and he's been doing this for the longest time. As well.
Yeah, let me talk about that real quick. Deal flows right now are very, very dry, and when I say deal flows, I mean projects that are looking for YouTube videos and tweets and all these different posts. I think I went 3 weeks without a token review. Probably the longest I've ever went. Actually, someone just got one from me today. But until that's it's been like 3 weeks. So deal flows are a little dead. This is a little bit different than we have to settle people. But again, like I said, just stay tuned. We're talking to different people. Some of them very well respected in the space about partnering with. And, if we can land some of these deals, I think once those deal flows start coming back in, you're definitely going to start seeing some major revenue flowing into Moon or Dust. We already have the infrastructure. We're already getting tons of views because you're already watching it on established YouTube channels and established X accounts. And, that's all there. And, I already have the deal flow set up and the different marketing agencies that I use to get those deals. And it's just it honestly really is a matter of a market turn. Obviously the market's suffering right now. No one's going to be launching any serious tokens right now. Or nor is anyone paying for marketing right now. Everyone's spooked. But again, check out that episode of Crypto Over Red Bull and get my thoughts on what I think is coming, because I do not think this is the end of any kind of bull run, any way, shape, or form. But I do break it all down on that episode.
Yes, sir. Go check out Sean. He's constantly putting out content, beast mode. But yeah, so I guess let's do this really quick first. Let's play one of the clips and then we'll get right into the top projects. How about that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's play our clip from Spig from yesterday. He took I won't spoil it. Let's check it out. This was the microcap edition from yesterday. This clip will be getting dropped too. Adam's going to drop this from the main account. So when you see it drop, please show it some love. He'll drop it into the Telegram chat as well. But check it out. This was Spig representing What the For.
18. Are you holding that $5? Let's find out. All right, $100 off the board. Things are definitely getting interesting. Magnus calling in quick. Let's see what that offer is.
Listen, Spig, preserve your legacy with care, for timing is everything in life's gamble. My offer is $71.
All right, it's actually coming up with that offer. All right, Spig, let's break it down. One wallet at a time. You have 3 wallets, including your chosen wallet. He's offering you $71. You still have $160 in play and $40, but you still have that $5 wallet. So you want to take that $71 for What the For right now, or do we want to gamble and go for that $160? You have 40 seconds to think it over. Are we going to moon or dust?
That's a good offer. I was not expecting that high.
It's a very solid offer.
Yeah. That's a solid offer. But I'm a gambler, so I'm gonna dust that one also.
It's big. In true DGen fashion, we're going at least one more round. Magnus, we are dusting.
You've chosen to walk the tightrope, not knowing what awaits you. Be careful.
All right, Spig. We have wallet 7 or we have wallet 23. And then in those wallets, it's either going to be $160, $40, or $5. Let's go ahead and pick that wallet.
Number 7.
All right, wallet 7. Are you holding that $5? Let's find out. 40 right in the middle. Right. Ooh, coming down tight. All right, Magnus, he's going to be calling in. We have $160 and $5 on the board. So pretty drastic difference. Is Magnus going to give you a fair offer to buy wallet 11 and end it now? Only Magnus can make that offer, and let's find out.
Listen, Spig, in the world of volatile gains and losses, wisdom suggests valuing a sure gain. My offer is $72.
All right, Spig, keep in mind, this is the last offer. If you don't take this offer, you're walking away with $160 or $5, and he's offering you $72 to buy wallet 11 from you right now and end it. You have 46 seconds to think about it, but are we going to moon or dust?
If it was for me, right, I would play until the last, and I go with my 11 wallet. But as it's for What the For, I think those $72 will help anyway. So I'm gonna moon.
Very good choice. All right, Magnus, we're gonna moon. He is gonna sell you wallet 11 for the $72 that he's gonna go ahead and put.
A wise choice takes patience.
Congrats.
You secured not just for you, but for What the For. May good fortune favor your cautious heart.
Yeah, and shout out to Spig for coming on camera. He was iffy about it, and he ultimately decided to. And like Mr. Pixel keeps like preaching. You saw like just him when he wasn't even talking. you can like see the intensity on his face. And if he was hiding behind an avatar, it would just be dead air, and the clips just wouldn't work. So that's why we're so adamant about people becoming on camera. And not to mention, crypto is getting more and more mainstream, and it's going to get more and more mainstream. And especially if you're playing for big dollars, I mean, like I said, it's something that's going to become expected.
Yeah, and it doesn't just benefit, like it's a good protection mechanism for everybody. Obviously, we don't want to be bringing people up here that like do something terrible after the fact, and like, you know, they didn't show their faces or something, and like, you know how it goes in crypto, people like, oh, you went in there and you bought a bag, and then it pumped, and then it dumped, and then it was all ye, and the dude didn't show himself, and like you were in on it or something, some nonsense. But the reality is, yeah, there's that level, of course, for protection, not just for us, but for the community. But also, it's the main thing is the entertainment value, like that we need to see live reactions. That's what people thrive on. That's what all the algorithms push towards, not a PFP. Nobody wants to see a PFP winning $1,000. We want to see a real person win it. And like Sean said, we're moving into the mainstream in here. This is what crypto mainstream is going to look like. So it doesn't do you any favors to not, like, if you're representing your project is legit, there shouldn't be too much of an issue going on camera. So, you know, that's what we need. That's what we feed off. So that's the metric we need. That's why the bot is perfect. It ties in. But then to keep these viewers numbers going up, we need to remain consistent, and we need real people on the screen, like, to give us that entertainment value. So absolutely, I couldn't agree more. And congrats, Big. And we do appreciate you doing it, sir. So anybody that does come to sign up, like we talked about earlier, be ready to go on camera. Or if if it's someone that doesn't really has an issue with it, and I get that, that's a real thing, to find a community member that's willing to come up and go on camera and represent, because you get better replayability too, because we're going to make a clip out of it then.
Yep, any project can have a community member come on. It doesn't have to be the dev. Like, for instance, Captain B&B, which is a community thing, but Merc did not launch it. He's not, he's just hangs out in the community. He's part of that community. Came on and played and dusted it, of course. But absolutely epic. He was so certain that he was holding the moon wallet when we started, to the point where, like, I thought he was able to, like, see something we couldn't. I'm like, there's no way. Like, I think I've told this story, but like, I was like, we don't even know what the wallets are holding, but he is like adamant that he's holding the moon wallet. So yeah, he proved that he did not have a way of finding out what that wallet was. Obviously, it was the dust wallet instead of the moon.
Diamond hand.
And also wanted to say this. He kind of said it perfectly right here. Infinaeon is the foundation. Lunar Pump Fund is the launch platform. Lunar Dust is the outreach engines. Perfectly said. Launching a layer 2 blockchain amongst thousands of others, extremely difficult. Lunar Pump Fund is one of probably 50. So while the competition definitely goes down, still not easy. Pump Fund still has a grasp on that market, but Lunar Dust is one of one. There is no competition with Lunar Dust. And we're going to take Lunar Dust. We're talking crypto terms to the moon, no doubt. So Lunar Dust is only a matter of time.
Shout out to you, Chuck. Dr. Fire Chicken himself. Fire Chicken too, awesome project. I'm sure they're going to have. They're on our list today. Yes, they are. Need to get voting though. But
I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, is it next Thursday he's going to be coming on? We're still working out the Wednesday's episode, but yeah, I believe he's coming on. I got it written down in that chat. I got to get it on the calendar.
I'm curious to see what Chuck looks like.
Which I think I don't know if he's coming on camera or not. I talked to him, but sorry, Chuck, got to come on camera. But I think shout out though, because I think it's for Fire Chicken, it's their year anniversary. So shout out to them.
Chuck's been awesome. All these, like, through thick and thin, Chuck's been around, and he's been managing his own project too. So yeah, he will definitely be on camera. Yeah, that's what I like to see. All right, Chuck.
Let's go.
He's gonna wear a chicken suit.
only way to do it.
100% docs. That a boy. And Mike, Fire Chicken for life. Yes, sir. But yeah, so yeah, shout out to you guys. Shout out to Fire Chicken crew. Let's pull up some trending from the trending bot, I guess, Sean, and get a feel for this, what it's going to be like. Who we got first on the.
Yeah. So again, for those moving forward next week, we're not waiting 40 minutes before we start talking about the trending projects. It's called Lunar Dust Trending, and we are going to hop right into it. But as you can see, Biocrypt's actually we're going to go over again everything. Great project. I actually did a token review on them. They actually got a YouTube video from me weeks ago. And yeah, they're legit. Obviously, everyone knows Infinaeon and Lunar Dust, but then Milk's at 4, and then Wudang is at 5. But yeah, let's go ahead, pop it up, see what all of them are about. Some of them, I mean, I know some of them. Some of them I've never heard of, like Wudang right here. See, we kind of go down and check out some of it. Let's see. I'm assuming that it's launched. So let's see. Introducing Solana World Library, tokenized metadata, and sound memes are the new sound money. How many votes do they have?
Sound memes. What do you mean by sound memes?
Yeah, let's see.
What's a sound meme?
New sound money. Sorry.
Oh, sound money.
Oh, no. Sound memes around the new sound money. And yeah, guys, like I said, we're going to kind of research these together and see what they're all about. So power your SWL 444 tokens with the native Wudang token and earn platform fees. Now you can go ahead and you can buy it on Radium right here. So let's go ahead. And I don't know why my internet's kind of going a little slow. Check out that chart. Yeah, of course, my internet's going to be slow today.
Mike, how the hell are we supposed to call everyone out? We just list all the projects.
What's he talking about?
He said, also don't forget Only Roads, Baby Drake, Patient Zero, Infinion AI, Team T, and all the other Infinion Lunar Pub fighters. Yes, of course. Absolutely. Love all those peeps as well.
Yeah, of course. This is like every time we do a first episode of something, my internet messes up. Very first episode of Lunar Dust, internet messed up. Hasn't messed up since. First internet, I think I know what's wrong, but I'm going to have to fix it after the episode. But yeah, with this one, let's hop on over to the Twitter account to create and trade sound memes, which anyone from Woo that's listening, what exactly does that mean? The first SWL 444 means with emotional and energy attached to metadata and explore music NFTs on our AMM and bonding platform. So 947 followers.
I'm guessing SWL 444 is some kind of a tokenized meme, audio meme of some sort. I'm just curious to see what.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
What a sound meme is, but it looks pretty cool. I love the idea of it.
Actually, I have that chart pulled up right here. Let's see. Yeah, so they're still microcap. They're 104, 36,000 liquidity. Let's see, you got 404 holders. 24-hour volume at 605. And again, especially for your microcaps, everyone's volume is going to be a little low right now. Let's go. I want to go back over to their website. I know they have staking. And we'll, damn internet. I'll make sure this doesn't happen when we actually start next week. And then how do you think we want to do it? Do we want to, no, it's my internet, but I don't want to, the only way to fix it is for me to close out this browser, but I don't want to close out the browser because I have everything loaded. But for next week, when we do it, how do we want to do it?
Well,
do we want to link?
if you instead of like Xing the browser, force close it, and then you should have the option to restore when you open it back up.
Okay. Yeah, let me try that.
So that might work a little better for you. Yeah, the leaderboard today. Remember, everybody, that the whole idea of this is, you get into the top 5. We'll be talking about you all week, Monday to Friday, on like what if you're staying in the top 5, let's say, whatever day it is at that given moment in time, whatever the top 5, projects are. At that moment, we'll bring them up, show them on the live trending shows Monday to Friday. Obviously Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it will start after the actual main Lunar Dust shows themselves. But it'll roll pretty much right in after that to do it. But and then the idea, like I said, if you want to have a chance at playing in one of the other the coming weeks Lunar Dust games, the live shows, you need to get, let's say you get over 100, that puts you in the slot for the microcap edition the coming week. If you get over 200, gives you a slot on the wheel for the primetime edition. And obviously we talked about the audience edition a little earlier on, where you can buy tickets 0.04 Solana. You can buy them directly from the Lunar Pump Fund website right there. If you're in the chat right now, just click buy raffle tickets there and off you go. But yeah, so yeah, that's how you get involved with those. And
yeah, it looks like we're back in business.
All right.
So we can go to the sound memes right here, and this is what it looks like it is. Yeah. So you can literally, I don't know if you guys can hear this. So you literally make sound memes.
No, I can't hear
And
it.
then look, can you guys hear what I'm hearing?
No.
No, you can't hear it. So yeah, and then yeah, look, you can buy it, you can sell it, you can mint.
If you stop sharing and then go to share again, and there should be a little box you can tick to share the audio if you want.
Okay, yeah, I mean it's just really quick audio. So yeah, but yeah, for anyone that wants to go over, hop on over to the website. Wall Smith, Scooter Man.
Is this some kind of way? So like, what is it then? So that's the meme, and it's like a token basically. It's the same thing as a token, but they call it like a sound meme.
Yeah, it's like it looks like an NFT ish. It looks like, yeah, like I said, if anyone from the project is in our chat, definitely feel free to explain it.
Yeah, exactly. And from the Wu Dang crew, if anybody's watching, they're in that Wu Dang Telegram, please let them know to reach out to us here, and we can bring them live on the show, and they can talk about this and give us an idea of exactly what this is. But I love the idea of it. It seems like it might be a kind of a way to get around securities, whereas like, you know, you're buying like trump cards, right? Top trumps or whatever, you know, those kind of like, that's kind of the idea behind it. Is like you're collecting these things, right? It's like, as opposed to like
a TikTok NFT.
Like that's a coin that like is just the only thing it is a financial value. Whereas if this is like exactly like an NFT, it's like a tokenized meme basically that you want to collect, as opposed to like being a security, I guess, right?
Yep.
So it's a good way
go ahead, give them a follow. I know Milk was a big one. I think Mike can probably explain it. Mike, if you're around in the chat, they had some migration issues. I know that going from Moonshot or wherever they launched from, which is the exact reason why you should be using LunarPump.fun. So we got Milk to the Moon we go, a revolutionary crypto movement powered by bulls, memes, and community. So let's see. Milkcoin is a fully community-driven crypto project built to protect small investors using smart astronaut cow mascots, anti-whale mechanisms, and a utility-packed NFT ecosystem. Mike, aren't they even talking about doing like protein bars or something like that, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes, I believe that's true. They're looking at doing a protein bar. Where did they launched on Moonshot, right? But they had some issue with the launch. And
yeah, with the migration, I think it was, not the launch.
The migration, yes, gotcha.
Yep, of course. Going over to their X. Trying to limit the cough in my daughter, who's been sick since school started, finally got me. She yeah, hasn't been the best day. Yeah, 943 followers. Give them a follow if you're not doing so. Looks like they do have a solid community right here. Next, 145 members. The spirit of transparency. I want to make a brief statement to the community. Yeah, this is what we're talking about right here. Moonshot failed to migrate the tokens. And aren't they getting like a 88 soul bonus or something like that with the migration? So, Mike, if you can kind of help us out here, maybe explain that if you know what's going on with the token.
It just popped up there. Moonshot platform is a crap. They hit Milk hard and didn't migrate them. They owe Milk 88 Solana and did them a free marketing push.
Yep. Let's see.
And one more reason to launch on LunarPump.fun. That is great.
You know, we do a lot of shameless shows. So yeah. So Milk, again, guys running it, they seem to be solid. Let's see what we have right here. They're still at a solid 418 market cap. I want to say, yeah, they hit the million for the migration. Yeah. Let's see. We had that big little spike. I don't know what happened right here. This was something to do during the migration. I know that. I know Moonshot has some wallets and different things like that. But yeah, it looks like it's definitely consolidating, and hopefully it's going to start working its way back up. Hopefully they get that 88 soul as well. Everything goes right.
Yeah, and we had someone on representing the Milk family as well.
I believe, they had a Dust wallet as well.
Yeah. Dust wallet.
Go ahead. No, of course, we're not going to go too much into it because we've been talking about it, but Mooner Dust is obviously trending. As this grows, guys, we've got to keep Mooner Dust in there. I know it's a Mooner Dust trending bot, so we can't be outshined. Kind of already went over this. Add the mod trending bot if you want to be talked about. And again, we're kind of just messing around this episode, kind of getting a feel on how we're going to lay out the format starting Monday. So yeah, we got Mooner Dust. Of course, Infinaeon. For those that don't know, Infinaeon is kind of what kicked off this whole thing. It's a layer 2 blockchain. That's what also led to LunarPump, which then led to Mod. And it's, I guess you can say, again, it's the patriarch of the entire thing that we built. So highly recommend hopping on over, giving us a follow on Infinion. We got a very solid X account at 4.9 thousand followers. So yeah, guys, go ahead and make sure you're checking out Infinion if you're new to us. And then the number one is Biocrypt. So this is their trading. Let's see. They have a whole bunch of stuff going on. So Biocrypt.
So these guys are backed by Microsoft.
Yeah, they're backed by Microsoft, which is huge. We'll talk about that in a second. And their trading platform, this is their CEO right here. Good dude. Oh, there we go. There's my video actually right there on the first one. So yeah, that's my video talking about it. They definitely have other YouTubers that are talking about it. But the fact that they're backed by Microsoft is, I mean, that's a huge deal. And there's a pre-sale going on. Let's see, you can trade. So this platform, it's like an Axiom type platform. In my video, I demoed it. You can, of course, you can deposit tokens into it all right here. You can buy, you can convert. They have this is, I believe, on Pump Fund, some of the stuff live. You can have your trending tokens. You're gonna have deck screener. Now, when you're buying and selling from this, I mean, it is instantaneous. Like I said, I know from firsthand. I checked it out, and yeah, it's working great. So we got Pulse. See everything in here, and I've actually talked to them about at least sometime down the road about integrating Lunar Pump as well, so that maybe we have a good trading platform that people can buy and sell Lunar Pump Fund tokens from. So
yeah, that'd be awesome. I mean, the more places that we can be on, the better, of course.
Fear might have dropped. This is at 16. And then let's see, check out their X. They already have a huge X, which again, being backed by Microsoft, you're gonna have a huge following. You don't see too many projects like this backed by, like I said, Microsoft is you don't get much bigger than that.
Do we have someone to come on, maybe, if anybody's in that Biocrypt community? I know you reached out to them, Sean, to see if they wanted to come on today, but did you hear anything back yet? Maybe not.
No, I haven't heard anything back yet.
Yeah, and I'm sure they'll be up around there too next week, so we'll probably have, might be the same as we keep growing the bot. It'll probably get, a little, we'll have more variety, I guess, coming up. So this coming week, probably, I'm sure Biocrypt will be up again, so we'll try and get them up.
Yep.
This week coming up.
Yeah, we're gonna be a lot more organized Monday. We're just kind of messing around with this episode. It's just kind of like Lunar Dust. It's just a pod episode, just very loosely based. And let's check out their ping sale, see what they got going on. So they raised 54 out of 100, so they're raising 100 on this. Let's see. First 100 buyers get 20% bonus. Microsoft and Google partnership, and it is verified. So when they reached out to me, I did my research, and yeah, from everything I found and can tell, it is 100% legit. Because you hear that, and it's you definitely got to second guess yourself in the space. Unfortunately, it's how it works.
Yeah, I look forward to having him on and just to ask him exactly like what does that mean, right? What does that mean for the project, for the token, for everything being backed by Microsoft or Google?
Yep. So yeah, proven team, past projects, 6X and 75X, top centralized exchange listings, fully operational and generating revenue, which the platform is, again, fully operational. If you're looking for a good, clean Solana trading platform, their fees are lower than Axiom and everyone else. So that's always a bonus. You got your top influencers on board, trending number 1 on deck screener and more, fast track CMC and CoinGecko listings, contract locked and authority revoked, audited and liquidity burnt. So awesome to see that. But let's see, it looks like you still have 2 days and 21 hours, and they have about 46 SOL left until they reach that 50. If I had to guess, they've already done a raise outside of pink sale. That's becoming more and more common. People will do raises outside or on their own, and then the last thing they'll do is like a pink sale raise, just like a little last bit of exposure, because obviously on a pink sale you're going to get tons of exposure. So
when did this go live? When did the pink sale go live?
Let's see if we can find it. Also, they do have that KYC, which we'll go there in a second. Let's see if we can find when this went live. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a while since I messed around on pink sale.
Right.
Let's see. That's not saying it anywhere blatantly obvious.
Yeah, just curious how long they're halfway through their goal. So I'm just curious how long they've been running.
Yeah, there's 2 days left. I'm not
days
sure how long they've been live. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's maybe again. Biocrypt.
So by the time we come back next week, that pink sale will be over.
Yeah, it'll be over with. Hopefully they'll have a good live chart. We might even be able to get them on. Might even be able to get them on a good old episode of Moon or Dust. Let's see. Yeah, and I don't think we want these episodes to be like scripted. You know, like when I make my YouTube video, I prep and I prepare everything to say. Like we want this to kind of just be like, us exploring together. I don't want anyone to think we're trying to sell them anything. Like, it's just
I agree.
Everything out together.
Yeah, I think it's better and plus, like just a real life reaction, because also it gives the creator a good idea. Like, when they go to the website, do they find things easy? Do they understand when they go to our, are they able to navigate through what we've created well enough that they understand what we're doing? So, it's always a good litmus test for things like that too. So yeah, I agree. I think just keeping it cool, calm, collected for these days and just shooting it. We're not under any strict, we're not going to try and hold ourselves to any strict time constraints, because also, if people come up and they're just super active in the chats, we've no problem in highlighting a project that's like super active, comes to try and start shilling stuff in our chat either. Like we will bring it up and talk about it. So
it's good old fashioned research. We're live on Pink Sale, and this looks like it was yesterday. So the wait is over.
Okay.
The Biocrypt pre-sale is official live on Pink Sale. So it's only been there for 24 hours. And if I had to guess, they've already raised funds. So they are Doc's team.
Click there. What is a hybrid exchange? I'm curious just to see. Like it's a.
Let's see, a hybrid exchange like Biocrypt combines the benefit of both centralized and decentralized exchanges. It marries the security and privacy of decentralized platforms with the speed and efficiency of centralized ones. This unique blend offers users a secure trading environment without sacrificing liquidity. Biocrypt's hybrid model will solve the biggest problem in today's cryptocurrency industry, which is the centralization of crypto trading. In 2022, users had lost tens of billions of dollars on centralized exchanges due to scams, inefficiency, and misappropriation. Over $2 billion was lost. So it looks like it's basically just a hybrid between a centralized and a decentralized exchange. Also profit sharing. So watch out for that security territory. But I mean, they're not based in the US. So again, I'm not sure. Biocrypt operates on a profit sharing model, distributing 50% of all of its trading fees back to the token holder. So really cool there. See, the vesting period ensures a fair. So there is a vesting period. Obviously, it prevents quick sell-offs that could harm the stability of the token.
Explain to people, Sean, for those that don't know what a vesting period is.
Yeah, it's basically a lock period, and it's going to vary whenever you get into a pre-sale. Sometimes you'll have 50% of it available right away. Sometimes it's basically your tokens are locked. They might 20% might unlock in 7 days. Just tons of different ways people do it. So basically, it's a lock on your tokens, to put it, I guess you can say in layman terms. For X amount, they're always going to disclose to you before you get involved in that pre-sale, because obviously you want to know what you're getting yourself into. So anytime you're doing your research, you're always going to want to look for that, because some tokens will do a vesting period, and you want to be aware of that, because last thing you want is to put $3,000 into this thinking you can sell it on launch day, and next thing you know it's tied up for 7 days or 14 days or 28 days or whatever it would be. Now, Biocrypt's partnership with Microsoft signifies a commitment to leveraging state-of-the-art technologies to enhance the platform's security, functionality, and user experience. This collaboration enables Biocrypt to tap into Microsoft's expertise. So look, you can even check out more here. So definitely recommend checking this one out. Like I said, this isn't my first time coming across this project, and it's definitely got huge potential.
Yeah, I mean, looking good, man. I kind of got a little answer there, right? Exactly what the partnership would entail. So that's a good idea. They have access to all Microsoft back in their security infrastructure, and seems like some mentorship too. So that looks pretty good. That's pretty cool.
Yep. Last thing too, right here, lowest fees in the industry. Biocrypt Pro charges just 0.5% fees, while competitors like Axiom, who I've always kind of used in the past, typically take 1% or higher. Patented rug pull protection. Again, Microsoft back platform, profit sharing with holders, which is awesome. So this is definitely one you're going to want to check out. It's like I said, it kind of does everything that I would be looking for. 50% profit share. And like I said, I kind of broke it down into even more detail in my video. Again, we checked out this, we've checked out this in the entirety of the video. I actually did some demos, buy and sell, so you can see how quick and how smooth the platform is.
I wonder, are there other hybrid exchanges like this, or is this, you know?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what Axiom would consider themselves.
Yeah, would they be considered hybrid too? I wonder. But yeah, hey, maybe if we get the main man himself on here next week, we can ask him all about it. But hey, you know,
I have a feeling they're going to stay at the top. So yeah, navigate you on over to my channel right here. They are right here. You can go ahead and check them out.
Sean breaking it down for you there. Going diving deep, but and again, you know, by the time we come back next week for the Monday show, that pink sale will be over. So if it's something you're interested in from looking at this, like get on there as soon as possible, do your research. And if it's something you're interested in, bank, you know, getting that up to that 100 sold that they're looking to do, then, you know, maybe pick yourself up.
I'm pretty confident. Yeah, they're going to hit it. Like I said, Monday, again, we're going to be a little bit more organized. We're going to hop right into it. And kind of do like we kind of did with Biocrypt, just kind of search down the project, see what they're all about, give them the attention they deserve without having to pay thousands of dollars to get on YouTube and just see. So if you're interested, make sure you download that Moon or Dust trending bot. And that's all you have to do to get talked about. Potentially you stay at the top. You'll be getting talked about all week on the channel.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, that's the whole point of the show. So like we don't want to, like, if your community is in there and you're voting and you make it to the top, then, you know, we'll honor that and we'll talk about it every day. If you're up there every day, we'll talk about it every day. So always trying to grow, like we said, growing the numbers and bringing new eyes and being able to create that platform. Like Sean said, you know, and a lot of the trending bots, they're all in the Telegram sandbox for the most part, whereas we're reaching out across Twitch, multiple, you know, accounts on X, multiple accounts across YouTube. And then we got the main Moon or Dust show then itself, the game show itself, for, you know, for just continuously bringing more eyes, as many as we can, and bringing more communities, bringing more projects, helping getting that trending bot installed in with more communities, and just slowly growing. And, you know, as we said, we talked about the numbers that have been growing exponentially week on week recently. So, you know, it's all looking very, very positive at the moment as far as that goes. And that's kind of the idea. We want to keep this trajectory going. Obviously, like we did say, that eventually it is going to, you know, teeter off, it'll drop, it'll probably get to a point where it's going to go up and down. But as of right now, this is like early launches. That's a month of growth right there. And that is like, they're great numbers for the main show, in my opinion. So, you know, that's exactly what we're trying to do. And that's what we're hoping, you know, this bringing these eyes, bringing these numbers in, that's going to, you know, bulk the trending show up, and that's going to create the platform that up and coming projects have in order for us to be able to highlight them and promote them through the trending bot. That's kind of the idea here, and, you know, have a lot of fun doing it too. And hopefully, you know, those projects get the exposure, they win some money, playing the video game or playing the online game itself, the actual game, and, you know, hopefully using the bot as well and getting talked about on the main Moon or Dust trending shows Monday to Fridays after the fact. But yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. I'm excited for Monday. We'll take this away and just, you know, get a little kind of a system down here. It'll be a lot more dialed in, like Sean said, next week. So
Yep. Today's just kind of a, you know, just a little pilot, trying to just seeing how we feel. But yeah, we can you hop on over to, and again, the ultimate goal is that we are gonna want people, let's see, wanting to get on here, wanting to be talked about. You can boost your token. You can do the click multiplier, which is 1.2. It's just 0.1 soul. 1.5x multiplier is 0.2 soul. 2x multiplier is just 0.25 soul per hour. You can also do the leaderboard boost. So kind of how we just kind of went more in depth in the Biocrypt right there. If you want to guarantee yourself that, you can do 1 soul per day. That'll immediately bump you up to the top. So you have multiple different options. Right now, we're still new. As you can see by the leaderboard, we are starting to fill up. But right now is your opportunity to be able to get at the top like Biocrypt did. Biocrypt did not pay. They got 108 votes the last 24 hours, so they earned that spot, and they got free exposure. So right now it's going to be a little bit easier because, again, the bot is newer. But I have a feeling everyone, when they see what kind of exposure we offer, this spot's going to fill up quick, and a good revenue source for Moon or Dust, so we can really start building up those treasuries.
Yeah, and spread the word too for people. Again, it doesn't cost any money for any communities or projects to play in the game. The bot is free to install. If you want to put some money into it, you can, to kind of multiply your votes or boost you to the top. But you don't have to do that if you got a healthy, buzzing community. That'd be enough. Get those votes up there. $100 if you get past that threshold, you're on the wheel for the coming Friday's spin to play in the Microcap edition that coming Thursday. And if you get over 200, you bump up into the primetime wheel. Of course, the primetime is $1,000 top wallet. The Microcap is $250. But you'll be bumped up into the primetime wheel to spin that coming Friday to play on the Wednesday for the $1,000 top wallet. We did have our guy Steve Bobs this week from Bob Token, and he had a great game. He did really well. Sean, you want to check it out?
He did. Let's check it out. Like most DGens, he played it and he came out on top, because it could have been the exact opposite. But yeah, let's see it.
Yeah. And actually, just before we do that, I do want to say, anybody that's watching right now, please go over to the Moon or Dust Game Show channel live on X right now. Adam just dropped one of the clips. Please go over there, show it some love, get a comment in there. Congratulate Spig and What the For, and just share around. These clips are great to share around, and they work great for the algorithm. So the more interaction we have with them, the quicker our growth is going to be. That's kind of why we make them, and we'll also be converting these into vertical clips, posting them across our YouTube as well and stuff like that. But yeah, please go over, show that some love. Thanks, Adam, for dropping that out right now. But yeah, let's go and check out the clip from Steve Bobs representing Bob on ETH. Yeah, let's check it out.
Which one are we taking off?
19.
All right, wallet 19. 20. All right. All right, Steve, keep in mind, Dominic's calling, and this is going to be the final call. So if you don't take this offer, you're either going to be walking away with 750 or 60. Dominic, what is that final offer?
Look, Bob, take these gains to back your Bob token dream with the smart move. That's my offer at $299.
All right, Steve, he's offering you basically $299 to walk away right now. Solid offer, because without this offer, you're either walking away with 750 or you're walking away with 60. So are we going to take Dominic's offer and moon it, or are we putting all the chips in the middle of the table and moving on and dusting it?
We're all in.
All right, let's go. We're getting down to the final 2 wallets. Dominic, we are going to dust it.
You're a maverick, turning down $299s with big prizes around. That's the Bob token spirit.
All right, Steve. We're not going to make it this easy on you. Dominic has one final wrench to throw in. You chose wallet 3. Is either holding 750 or 60. He will give you the opportunity right now to switch out wallet 3 for wallet 18 if you think maybe wallet 18 is holding the 750. So that's your choice. Keep wallet 3, switch out to wallet 18. All right, we got our answer. We are going to keep the chosen wallet of 3 going down to the wire. He is either going to be walking away with $750 or 60. Holding my breath for you, Mr. Pixel, what is behind wallet 3? Let's go. 750. Steve, representing Bob, wants $750. 4.884 for Solana. Congratulations, Steve. How are we feeling?
This is great. That was actually really fun. Thank you.
Yep, this is how this game's meant to be. Coming down to the wire, getting to the point where you're choosing between 750 or 60 or 30 or 20. So, yeah, man, congratulations. Man, I'm not feeling good today. I need to find that energy that I had Wednesday. Hopefully I'll be good in the next day or two.
It's a long week, dude. We've been cranking it really hard these past couple of weeks, getting all this dialed in and getting it lined up. But yeah, it's looking good. Congratulations to Steve. I'm walking away with $750, brother. That was some DJ and play, bro. $60, $750. I love it.
The DJ mentality, man, never fails. I honestly thought going into this, again, I've said it before, but I thought we were gonna have issues with people taking money early. Like, oh damn, 300. All right, I'm out. Kind of like how Himothy did, but like, no, man, it's not the space we operate in. I mean, people are literally rolling the dice between like $750 and like $5 instead of taking like that kind of middle of the ground offer. They're going all in. So a lot of times it's going to lead to not as many big paydays because you're not taking that guaranteed money. But yeah, man, people aren't playing so far.
Yeah, that was a good show. 2 really good shows. Again, shout out to those boys for coming on camera and doing their thing. And congrats. I'm glad they both walked away with some money for the community. And of course, as we grow this, it will be, those prizes, the idea is that, that prize pool is going to grow as well exponentially. So that's kind of the idea behind it, is as we push these revenue streams, start bringing money in and start generating, the idea is that like I said, the amounts will grow exponentially. And then you're talking about bringing in some serious numbers, serious eyes, and growing that more and more even over time. But yeah, so it's looking pretty good, Sean. I like it. I'm really happy with the guys that came on and played this week. Again, next week, the audience edition. Is it next week? It'll be slightly different.
Well, let's see how it goes. Let's see how many tickets we sell. And if not, we'll kind of hold off and let that pot build up a little bit, maybe. So let's kind of see how the weekend goes. See how many people are interested in buying tickets to come on. If not, we'll stick. We'll stick with like the old game maybe next week. But yeah, let's see how much we raise. And yeah, we'll go from there.
That's very sweet, Mike. I like that, Sean.
You talking about me, Mike?
Yeah, he's talking about you. I think everybody can see, man. I gotta say it too. Like, Sean has, even from our very first show, where Sean was hosting, again, none of us have done this.
Zero game show experience.
Yes, exactly. And from
no idea what I was doing.
From our tightest show, pretty much this week have been the tightest they've been as far as production goes. Sean, you hosting, we've taken away Sean's need to facilitate the actual main chat in Lunar Pump now, so he doesn't get distracted. We don't have any dead air, so we got Adam handling that in the background there. So it's made it tighter. Mm-hmm.
Yep. If you notice on this episode, I wasn't distracted at all. So Adam and Mr. Pick, anything that I was managing during the show completely got taken away. So my sole job is to concentrate on the contestant. So it obviously worked out a lot smoother and a lot better because it stopped me from getting distracted.
Yeah, and it showed right away, and it was way more entertaining. So kudos, you're doing a great job of it, Sean. You're getting better every week, brother. So congrats on that. What's his name?
Yeah, us as a team too. We're just getting better and better.
Yeah, it's getting tighter because I'm in the back trying to read your cues. Sometimes it can be different depending on what the person is saying. I got some laugh tracks I'm trying to slot in there when somebody says something funny, press of the button. But doing all that stuff is getting tighter and tighter. So yeah, it's looking good.
Yep. And we're, like I said, we're talking to different people. We're doing different things. We're probably, like we said from the beginning, going to be growing this into different games and all that stuff. And we're going to kind of go from there. We want this to be like a whole new genre of crypto. And, again, some of the people that we're talking to can really help us push this mainstream to where, this becomes, again, like the new meta, the new thing. And, we're going to be at the forefront of it. We're going to be hosting different games. We'll be looking to bring in different talent because obviously I can't host everything, to host some of these games. And yeah, that's the ultimate goal. We want this to be, and yes, we're not, I know people are going to ask, we're not planning on launching a token every single time we launch a game. So yeah, we want this Lunar Dust token to really be the main one that's kind of involved with this whole ecosystem that we're doing.
Yeah, shout out now to Krypton. Yeah, the focus definitely showed. The production value gets better every week. Yeah, it really. We're noticing it too, and the numbers don't lie. At the end of the day, the numbers do not lie.
Yeah, that was the right call. Like I said, taking everything off of my plate except talking to the contestant.
Yep. And these are the numbers as we kind of tighten this up, dial it in. Sean's improving, our production's improving. Everything's getting better and better. The community is growing. Token's doing great. We just, like we said, like we always say, we just got to keep showing up. We got to keep, creating the content, because this is the content machine. This is the idea. This is the marketing tool to bring people on over to the actual Lunar Pump platform itself and get people using it. The idea was to show people what they could do, and all of this was, all built like utilizing AI and many different things. And it's turned into be, like we said, a one of one, and it's something we're really trying to how awesome would it be for us to create like the crypto game show entertainment circuit, right? And people are able to plug into that, and it gives them awesome exposure. They can win some money, keep their projects going, and start bringing more people on to their projects and highlight them, whatever it is, and us being able to tap into those communities with the bot as well. So, it's looking really good, and really excited for it. And again, like I said, these numbers have been so good week on week. It's good to see it, because a lot of time your head's buried in the trenches, and you rarely stick it up for air or to even have a look, because you're so busy and bogged down in the day to day. And it's good to see that the numbers getting bigger each week, and a big jump this week, last week when we had Tech Bots on during that week. So hopefully again, it would be great to see the same growth next week. I mean, even if we don't, I'm fine with it. Like we know what we have to do here one way or another, and that is keep building it, keep improving it, keep like spreading that outreach, and keep bringing in new projects. So again, the community has been awesome, and our main thing that we want to do with you guys is just get you to get out there and help people understand and let them know exactly what Moon or Dust is all about. The fact that it's free, the fact that you can get on, you can get the exposure, you can win, money for your project. It's about elevating multiple projects, rising all tides, creating the platform, or raising all ships, but creating the platform, a real organic, legitimate platform that projects can, vote and battle it out to get on the show, be talked about on the trending and all that stuff. And like I said, we haven't done any marketing really. It's been all just organic as we kind of develop this out and grow it out. So appreciate you, Mike, Mr. P and Adam built around it. Yeah. It's been a lot of fun. It wasn't something we had done before either, but here we are. It's a first for all of us. But hey, like I said, the numbers don't lie. It seems to be working out. So appreciate all you guys that are out there, getting behind it, getting behind the work that we're doing. We're not going to stop on our end, so we hope you guys keep going on your end too, spreading the word, keep growing that bot. And getting more and more people and hype and traction around this thing. And let's keep growing this space. Let's keep bringing this space to the mainstream. This is a mainstream vehicle right here.
And let's make Moon or Dust a top 100 crypto this cycle. It's gonna happen. Let's manifest it. Let's do it.
Let's do it. And of course, ultimately that is going to lead to people going on over to our awesome token launcher, which kind of spawned this. Infinaeon originally, the blockchain, then the token launcher, and of course Moon or Dust as a marketing tool. But Lunar Pump itself is an awesome platform. So if you haven't checked it out, please, I would advise you, if you're watching new, go on over and check it out, lunarpump.fun. It really is good. It's gone through some massive upgrades. There's some cool features on there that are constantly going to be added to, and that's getting worked on. There's loads of things on the list right now, but right now it is at a good place. You're going to see some launches coming up. I know Mike is working his ass off behind the scenes there, reaching out to developers and stuff, and there's some really good incentives at the moment. Sean, what incentives we got on Lunar Pump right now? I know there's a big
Mike, let Mike answer that. Mike's been keeping up with more of the Lunar Pump duties than I have.
Yes. Okay, Mike, if you type in the YouTube chat there, please let me know and I'll pop it up on screen what the incentives we have right now for Lunar Pump are. I know it's really good for devs right now. You get a good kickback if you launch on, and you get that low bonding curve option. But yeah, for those that also want to check it out, we do have, like, you can do regular launches. There's going to be bundle launch options on there, and then there's also the ICO option, which gives you a lot more control over your wallets, how many you can have, whitelists, pre-sales and things like that. So there's lots of options in order you launch it how you like. But yeah, go on, check it out. Check out lunarpump.fun.
Okay, everyone, prepare for launch, and we are live. Current wallet count?
2143 and growing, Doctor.
Great. Let's start by injecting some liquidity. Give ourselves a fighting chance here.
Market cap holding steady.
Dex ads are live.
Nice work. Let's run KOLs in T-minus 10 minutes.
Yes, Doctor.
Doctor, we've had a substantial sell-off.
Well, sucks to be then, now doesn't it? Administer 20 cc's of volume, stat, and increase mind share across social media. Let's put that community to work.
Right away, Doctor.
Market cap increasing dramatically, Doctor.
Dip has been neutralized.
Looks like our little friend is gonna make it. Great job, everyone. You make this look easy. Launch your token with surgical precision on lunarpump.fun. Now, with embedded live streaming using some of your favorite trusted platforms.
Yes, exactly. And it was the whole live streaming meta kind of that gave us the idea of, when you're in the Lunar Pump chat, you can reward your audience in real time directly to the chat. You're connected. All the wallets are connected. You need to connect your wallet, set up your profile to be in the chat, and you can receive rewards in real time. Anybody that goes over there right now, launches a token, you'll have that same option, and you can get tipped in real time. Be it via the token, the native token that you launch yourself or Solana. So both of those are able to do it. And that was the idea, that we'll launch this, we'll get eyes on this, and we'll show them the potential that Lunar Pump has, and what anybody can do if they put their minds to it. So again, that's why this is a first for all of us too. So if we can do it, you put your mind to it, you could do it too, and we have created the environments, the ecosystems to allow anyone and everybody to be able to come over and do it. So, yes, Night of Krypton. I know we can do it. We keep moving forward no matter what. Yes, we do. And, no matter what the bump in the road is, the worst thing you can do is quit, right? We'll always try and look. You got to be opportunist in this market, like it's in crypto in general. You got to seize opportunities. You got to keep your finger on the pulse. You got to keep an eye for trends, and you got to try and act as quick as you can and take a hold of those, capitalize on those trends. So that's kind of what we've been doing. Like, the market fluctuates, it's volatile, things are in, things are out. Before you know it, you miss the boat, you're too early. So there's a lot of factors, and timing is certainly one of those, and having your finger on the pulse. So that's what we've done. That's how come Mooner Dust ended up coming up, because it was like, all right, how are we going to set ourselves apart in the marketing game and break through the noise ultimately, and try to get eyes on Lunar Pump. And this is kind of what it is. Sean had the brainwave of trying to do something like Deal or No Deal, and after very actually minimal sessions, we had a working prototype pretty quick, and we'd been testing out with the community ever since. And we kind of did our soft launch 4 weeks ago. We're 4 weeks of data in now, and it's been exponential growth every week on week. So, super proud of everybody, everything they've done, and especially the community that have been supporting us through all this. It ain't easy, but with, it's a lot harder without the support that we do get. So, and it's a real legit community too, they've been around for a long time. They're diehard. So shout out to you guys. Appreciate you all hanging in there through the ups and the downs, but we ain't going to stop, and things are looking really promising right now.
Yeah, things are looking great. I said Mooner Dust kind of evolved from a joke, and then it kind of became something real. And yeah, we were kind of trying to capture that like streaming meta, but like now we're just in like a whole nother stratosphere that we're trying to create our own meta. Because yeah, there's a streaming thing going on right now, but no one, and I mean no one, is doing what we're doing in the crypto space at all. This is completely unique, which is almost impossible to do in the space. Not to mention, majority of devs launch projects, they dump, and they move on to the next. They don't actually try to build anything. So no one's going to put in the time and effort to do what we just did. Obviously, it took tons of time and effort, and it was fun too. I mean, we brought the community along. We had fun with it. And yeah, it was fun playing all those test games. I mean, how many? We probably did 20 test games live on air before we actually went live. And yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was great, and all the community came up and helped us test it out. Mr. Bitzel, just like, I mean, shit, I'm almost feeling like we have to start giving him a salary at this point. He's come on so many times, but
yes, Mr. Bitzel setting all his code names.
What else he's got?
But yeah, he definitely helped us out huge. Yeah, shout out to everyone that did come on and helped us, and played for free, just spared their time, and yeah, we had a good time. It was awesome.
Yeah, it really was. And it's because of you guys that everything has come to the point that it's at right now, and it's where that, because the testing is vital, especially. So we were like, we could do it behind the scenes ourselves or whatever, and we're like, you know what, let's just go live, and let's bring our own community members up, whoever wants to come behind the scenes, test it out in real time. Couple of hairy moments, but that's what it's all about, and everybody that's been following along and been involved in that, you're all part of this too. That's the thing. And there's the Moon or Dust token right there. That's where it's at. It is currently sitting at 73.81 market cap, and it's holding steady. I know a lot of the people that are involved in it, they're super diamond hands. The way the market is right now, the fact that we haven't really tanked says a lot. And of course, like I said, the numbers of the viewership, which is what we're really pushing for, that's looking really, really good as well. So it's just a matter of time. Again, the token itself is a separate entity altogether. It is totally community orientated. So if this is something that you like what we're doing, feel free to go over there, pick yourself up a bag. Not financial advice, do it at your own will. It's community pushed. Again, but we'll always bring it up and show it, because again, we're in crypto, and crypto tokens drive communities. It gives them that extra incentive. So it's not something you can ignore, and it's very important that we do show it, especially for the community and everybody else that's involved. We're going to keep doing what we do, hosting the shows, doing the trending, innovating, creating stuff. And there's a token there for the community to push. We'll push it too, as much as we can, and hopefully on to the moon. That is the goal. Now, I think Mike did give us some details here about the lunar pump right now. So if you choose the lowest bonding tier, which is 50K, you get $750 only from bonding. More at the 100K and the 150K market cap, as there is more LP. The whole bonding fee is 15%. Also, there is a volume fee. Devs also get 1/4 of the 2% volume fee. We agreed to switch it to a half soon. So that's going to be a slight upgrade there, but that's what it is at currently. So a dev can launch, set 50K market cap, will be about 10K in LP, successfully bonds it, and make easy $900 to $1,000. So he will get money back in no time. So yeah, shout out to the devs. You want to come on over? There's some great incentives over here. Platform's looking sweet. And you got all those live streaming options too, and audience engagement options. And of course, when you are streaming in Lunar Pump and taking advantage of the tipping and the rewarding feature that we've built in there straight directly to wallets, you connect through your YouTube or your Twitch or your Kick account. So if you do happen to be monetized on YouTube or whatever, it's not like you have to come over and stream on Lunar Pump separately. It's just you just drop your live YouTube link right in there, and you'll be streamed across both. No need for some third-party streaming platforms. You can multi-stream. You just drop it right in there, and you can avail of those features. It's super easy. So yeah, anybody that does want to launch a token, ICO option or straight up, regular, familiar launch, standard launch, you can do that too. And as you just laid out, as Mike, thank you, Mike, laid out, they're all the extra incentives that you can you should be looking forward to, right? It's as far as I'm aware, there was research done in that department and looked at the competition, and that is a really, really good incentive for any developers to come on over. So if you do want to launch a token, get on over. Let me pull it up here real quick just so people can see. I'm going to go to the home page, and let me move me and Sean out of the way here. Yeah, there it is. Our beautiful Lunar Pump. Let me just widen this out a little bit. Okay, yeah, there it is. It just went over a serious overhaul. These are the tokens that are closest to bonding right now. Shout out to Only Roll Zero Boss. There's a Lunar Pump live token chunk. Don't bond. And then these are all the live streams that are currently ongoing. So this is the platform itself. So get on over there. It's super easy to use. And of course, you can click on in through to Moon or Dust here. And up the top here, connect your wallet, set up your account, and go on and, get on over, support us, use this beautiful platform. And we're always open to any and all feedback, of course, as well. So always let us know what Telegram you're in. Come into the live chats here, whether it's on Lunar Pump, it's on X, it's on Twitch, and just give us a shout out. We always want to get the feedback from anybody that is using the software or just watching us, and it's very important to us as well. So there is a question here, Sean. Is there an update on the EVM LPF? I know it's on the list, of course, but
yeah, he's still working through it. It's a lot because he's having to upgrade basically all 4 of course with development. We were hoping it'd be quick, but obviously it's not as quick. But yeah, he's having to update all of them because we're throwing in ETH as well. So again, it is coming, but we need it to match. We could go live with the old version right now, but that would be I don't think anyone would be a fan of that. So yeah, we need to bring it to where it matches everything on screen right here, to where it looks like a spit image of this platform. So yeah, it's being worked on. Yeah,
crucial. And of course, as well, all the documentation is up here as well, guys, for anybody, because we know this is one of the big things that you need. You need the documentation. So all your Lunar Pump, the disclaimers there, frequently asked questions, all the Lunar Pump documentation. If you're launching, live stream policy, how to launch on there, and then we got our own support bot also in there, and all the links to the different socials, volume controls. And let me see, I think if I go here, I can go to my support. Yeah, there's my live support bot right there. Going to be dealing with AI that's trained on all the documentation, so you can ask it anything, and if at some point it can't answer something and needs to sub someone in, a person, it'll do that. So that is there, 24/7 support as well for anybody that needs it. And of course, we're always around. We're live streaming 5 days a week, so you can always jump in a chat and ask a question. So yeah, we're super accessible. But yeah, I think I think we're looking good. How far in are we here? 1 hour and 30 minutes so far, Sean?
To shut it down, like I said, we Infinaeon Friday had our pilot episode of Moon Dust Trending. We went over the top projects, Biocrypt, #1. We went over quite a bit of stuff, so yeah, shout out to them. But yeah, guys, we'll go ahead and end it here. Anyone that wants to be talked about Monday, like I said, we'll kind of jump right into it Monday, going right into what you see right here with Biocrypt, Infinaeon, Lunar Dust, Milk, Wudang, kind of getting into the top ones, going in even deeper to them, especially if Biocrypt stays up to the top. Wudang, I need to do a little bit more research into that, see what they're all about. Hopefully you guys keep voting and stay in the top. And yeah, we'll cover you guys on Monday. There, guys, let's go ahead. Let's shut it down. Of course, I am DeFi John, and we'll be back Monday for Moon Dust Trending at 3 p.m. Eastern. That is Mr. Pixel. And until then, trade safe.
Play Moon or Dust live and win big for your community or for yourself. Just don't dust. Tuesday, Audience Edition. Wednesday, Primetime. Thursday, Microcap. Think you can take on the whales and walk away with a fat bag? Be our guest for free. Moon or Dust, the most bullish game show in crypto. Visit moon-or-dust.fun for details.